Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. I wanted to do a lesson entitled Reasoning or Reason, right? And basically it comes from a situation. One of the brothers was telling me they had a guy come to camp, right? And so the guy came up and he was like, basically like, yeah, I know about the truth. I know about you guys, you guys in purple or whatever. And then, the brother's like, well, no, that's not us. But he was like, yeah, but y'all are Israelites. So basically he knew. He was studying, reading, whatever. He knew about the MOT to the B, the CHIP. He knew. And, so he got an alternative plan though. See, we out there preaching and telling our people like, look, danger is coming. We warning our people so they can hopefully get right with the Lord and hopefully be covered and protected from the said dangers that the scriptures speak about. But this guy got an alternative plan, right? This is his plan. He said he gonna get 2 white women, right? And he gonna get them to take the MOT to the B. That way he can still eat. And then when the missiles come, he gonna get a boat and however, whatever, right? So he got it all mapped out, he think in his head, right? So that with that being said, that leads me, I want to get this scripture first. And this, after hearing that story, when you hear it, you can go like a few different directions with a lesson for this story. But this, I'm gonna go in a certain direction that the Spirit led me to go with it. And, Lord willing, it's edifying. So first I'm gonna start with Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. And I'm gonna jump down, right? It says, verse 30, it says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, in this day and age, these people doing that now, because look, the Israelites are on the scene now, right? Now that the Israelites are on the scene, that's the most interesting thing that's happening in the world right now. In the media trying to use it and manipulate it, to whatever purpose. But for the most part, the majority of the world is paying attention to what them crazy niggas in dresses is saying, right? Oh, the white man, the devil, blah, blah, blah. We going to a lot of different biblical education, biblical history, but they mainly stick around for the controversial things because, controversy sells or whatever, right? It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. So you got some that like that guy. This guy got like an alternate plan, right? This guy got an alternative. All right. It says, but they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but with their heart they goeth after their covetousness. Right. So basically, he got an alternative plan because he don't want to come under the discipline. All right. To be saved and rewarded. All right. Because the Lord gonna save his people. All right. And you gonna show you his people by, doing what he told you to do. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. Right. And we play through the Spirit of the Lord. The Bible is the song and the instrument. And we play it well because we break it down properly. See, when we was in Christianity and we was in all these other various different doctrines and didn't know the Bible, we was messing around with it. All right. You know how you go to to one of them stores with instruments, you pick it up, play with it a little bit. One tune might sound good, but most of it you playing sound bad. You don't know what you're doing. But we know what we're doing now. It says, and can play well on the instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Right, and when what cometh to pass? The prophecies. Then how you know if a prophet is telling the truth? When the prophecy come to pass. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets before me and before thee prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms of war, famine, pestilence, violence. All right. So let's jump into put it like that. Right. Sirach 27:5. The furnace proveth the potter's vessels. So the trial of man is in his reasoning. All right. Your reasoning, how you look at things, your viewpoint. That's, as a man, that's where your trial at. That's where your test at. What's your viewpoint? What's your reasoning? And this is going to help you when you get in these various certain situations. All right. Sirach 10:3. Yeah, also when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool. So when your wisdom fail you, when your reasoning, the way you look at things, when it fails you, all right, then you lost. You lost the trial. All right. Ain't no alternative. Look, this the Most High movie. Like he is in control of every single thing. So how you going? And he gave you the instructions, you know, to get out the jam, to get out the snare, the gin. Baruch, what's that? Baruch 4:4. Happy, O Israel, are we, for the things pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. So we telling you the right thing to do, and it ain't no alternative. Now, when you jump to Wisdom of Solomon 1:7, it says, for the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice. Right? So come on, man. And the Lord heard you say that goofy shit. You know, Lord willing, you repent from that. But then I'm looking at it like, what, you know, you sitting there paying attention. You got everything mapped out. You know about this, you know about that, and that's still the conclusion you came up with. I mean, that's wicked. Like, you done sat there and you done reasoned all of that out, and that's what you came up with. See, but that's our people, though. That's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The Israelites. That's the majority of our people, man. Psalms 139:7. It says, whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. And see, that's another scripture proving that hell is in the ground. All right, hell ain't this realm of eternal fire, and it ain't Tartarus. It ain't Hades. Okay. This realm of eternal fire and torture, and that's not it. Look at the analogy. Look at the comparison the Lord making right here. I think this is David speaking in this psalm. All right, look at the comparison. It says, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Right. So and David talking about the Lord being there with him at all times, but the Lord is with everybody at all times. All right, there's no secret thing from him. If I say surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yeah, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. So basically, it ain't no hiding. It ain't no escape. Okay, there's no alternative plan. All right. Jonah thought that. Remember, the Lord told Jonah, look, I want you to go to Nineveh and prophesy. And Jonah didn't want to go. All right. He didn't want to go because he like, man, they wicked. Just kill them. Them niggas is evil. And he left, and the Lord, he tossed the sea about, and Jonah knew what was going on. He like, just put me in the ocean, man. The Lord gonna stop it or whatever. And the big fish got him. He was in there 3 days, and he spit him up on Nineveh, right? So ain't no running, man. Ain't no alternative plan. Now, when you jump to let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah, what is that? "15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen." All right. "As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head." Why? Because the majority of these heathens, they take part in our downfall in some way, shape, or form. They agree upon it. Psalm the 83rd chapter, and they all help forward that. Yeah, they beef and they got their quarrels with each other, but they confederate in being against us. Okay, so the day of the Lord that's why he gathering up all these heathens. All right, that's why he gathering all of them up. That's why you see what the turmoil and what's going on over there in the Middle East and these countries that are having these agreements and disagreements and treaties. All right, but the day of the Lord is near upon everybody. All right, it says what? "As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return to thy own head." So let me get it in Amos. I think that's Amos. Oh, look. That's in there a lot of times. See, let's get that. Let me see. Is it Amos 5 and 20? Let's read about the day of the Lord. It says, Amos 5 and 18. "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." Yeah, the day of the Lord is going to be dreadful. All right. The day of the Lord, like, it's telling you basically when all these prophecies come to a culmination. All right. When it comes to a head, when the climax, all right, the climax of this story. All right. When just all hell breaks loose. "As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him," right? So you running from a lion, all right, a strong, mighty, ferocious animal, and you run into a bear. So you really didn't, what was the point of running, right? It says, "or went into a house," right? So you ran, woo, you tired, you run into a house to get a little respite, a little break. You leaned your hand on the wall, right? Because you getting your break, and a serpent bit them. And them serpents, them different snakes, it's various different toxins. You got different toxins that do different things. "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?" Right, and that's the day of the Lord. And this guy just casually talking about, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna get two. He didn't say white women, he said white bees, right? And I'm just, as the brother telling me the story, I'm just imagining how it's playing out. Like a simple nigga, right? I'm gonna get two. Like, he got it all mapped out. I'm gonna get two white girls, right? Boom. I'm gonna get them to take it so I can still eat. Like, bro, how you know it's gonna play out like that? See, niggas is crazy. But what is that? 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad." Right. And some of these judgments that's coming, the things that's coming on the earth, is so some people can get judged by them. All right, and we hoping to not get caught up in those judgments, because these things ain't coming for no reason. All right, these things are coming so they can happen to people. Famine and plague, and yeah, the Lord want people to get caught up in that. And you don't know if that's you or not. That's why you serve him in the hope, like, look, and hope that your service is acceptable. So you don't get caught up in that. 2 Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yeah. So he want people to get caught. See, people don't understand the Lord, bro. He actually wants people to get caught up in these things. It said they are sent for scourges as for amendment. So what's an amendment? All right. An amendment is like a correction. Right? You got the 10 amendments, what is it? The whatever, the 20 amendments, the 50, the Bill of Rights, the first, whatever, the Constitution. Oh yeah, the Fifth Amendment, the 13th Amendment. This was the original, but we went back and corrected it. So people out here being wicked, being demons. What did we learn in science class? For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. So the opposite and equal reaction to your wickedness is what? Famine, plague, tribulation, anguish. All right? All the perils written in this book. Now, what's that? Jeremiah. Let me see. I want to say it's 2 and 19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord God of hosts. And that what is bitter? All right, it's gonna be a bitter existence. It's gonna be bitter living. All right, a dude talking like that, he ain't got the fear of the Lord on him. All right, now let me grab yeah, man, just thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, he watched the various camps, and that's what you come up with. Wow. Habakkuk 3. This Habakkuk 3. It says, a prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet, upon Shigionoth. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. See? I've heard what you said, and I'm terrified. See, the angel was speaking to Ezra. She said, who shall deliver me in those days? See, that's why the Ezekiel said, yeah, we like a lovely song. Yeah, the people listen, but it's not, they don't believe it. Oh Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. All right, that's all I'm gonna read on that part. Matter of fact, I'll read into it. Oh, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. Right, so, and that's what's happening right now. The Lord is revealing his words. Okay? He revealing his work and his words. Proverbs, the 1st chapter. It says, I will make my, let me grab that real quick. Let me see. Let me see, Proverbs. So 1 and 23. Turn you at my reproof. Yeah, turn at my correction. All right. Whichever way you going, hear my correction and change. Hear my correction and change your direction. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. See, that's what's happening right now as we do these videos and we piece the puzzle of the Bible together. It says, in wrath, remember mercy. And that's the day of the Lord, because the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. The day of the Lord is him unleashing his wrath. What's the 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter say? I have long time holding my peace. I will no longer hold my peace concerning their wickedness. It says, the Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Selah. his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. So this talking about when Yahweh Shai, the son of the Most High, come back. And Teman, let me look up Paran. Teman is a duke of Esau. All right. And Teman was known for his wisdom. See, the Lord gonna come and destroy the wisdom of Esau. And their main wisdom was weaponry technology. Like, that's how we know Teman is the Germans. See, when you go into the weaponry and technology, whether it's whoever got it, the origins of it is German. How do you think they was able to bounce back after? Remember, World War I started with Germany and II. You know what happens after a war? They take your money, they decimate you. You know what happened to the losers? They lost one and bounced back within 20 years. Because they teaming. Hell, look at Germany now. They one of the richer economies in the EU. And you know, you look at how they handle and facilitate some of their shit. You know, Germany got some of the best supermarkets around. But yeah, what was that? Habakkuk 3 and let me see. Let me look up Paran. Place of caverns. Caveman. Okay. I'll go and look that up later. Might be an area of Edom. All right, it says his glory covered the heavens and the earth was full of his praise. What's the glory of the Lord? Those chariots, all right? What we know today as UFOs. And when you watch that movie Independence Day, look, art imitates life. They ain't come up with that on their own, all right? They got that from the scriptures, all right? The chariots gonna cover the heavens, just like it did in that movie. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Right, where like when those chariots open up and shoot that beam at you. It says, before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. Right, from the beams. He stood and measured the earth. This Yahweh Shai, all right, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus. They think he coming back handing out lollipops and candy canes. But it says he stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations. Why? Because the nations gonna be gathered together against him to fight. Right? And what do you, when you drive some, what is to drive something asunder? You to cleave it in half. It says, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. Right, you know, the big nations. The perpetual hills did bow, smaller nations. His ways are everlasting. I saw the toots of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. All right, now this is the point. It say, was Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation? Now, why did it say that? Because, well, let me address this part first and I'll get back at it. It says the chariots of salvation. Why? Because we're going to be delivered and saved on them chariots. See, in the very beginning, Habakkuk said, in wrath, remember mercy. So the Lord going to display wrath and mercy with those chariots. He going to beam up his elect. And at the same time, them chariots going to be used to destroy the wicked. Now, he asked the question, is this the vision? All right, so this the vision. This is what Habakkuk's seeing in his vision. He said, was thy wrath against the rivers and the seas? So what does that tell you? That the rivers and the seas, everything is going to be getting touched and hit. Everything is going to be getting blasted and hit and affected. Animals going to die. Trees going to be burnt up. Sea life gonna be affected and some sea life gonna die. That's why he asked, was thy wrath against that? Because look, the ocean's gonna get, the beams and the missiles gonna be hitting everything. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudah, Shalom.